Now going on to the business blunder of the day, you have Tyson to recall 30,000 pounds of dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets. And interestingly enough, it is not because they are in fact not made from real dinosaurs. That's only partially a joke because in the United States, you could sue anyone for anything. And I'm actually surprised there's not some lawsuit about the fact that, oh yeah, it's not made of real bits of dinosaur. Now, nevertheless, this comes to us from ksby.com, and they claim specifically that this comes after consumers report finding pieces of metal in the product, with one minor oral injury to be reported thus far. Perhaps there's a little irony there because the packaging also has not just pictures of dinosaurs, but it says fun nuggets. And I don't think eating pieces of metal is fun. In fact, that's actually the antithesis of fun. It's pretty opposite. It is quite painful. So those little cute dinosaurs, or perhaps the dinosaurs are extra fierce. You might have to do a fact check. Did dinosaurs have metal teeth? I can't conceive how they could possibly have that. It'll be interesting to see, does Wikipedia or does YouTube have a little footnote on here saying, no, in fact, dinosaurs could potentially have that? It's fascinating to see what things YouTube decides to fact check and put disclaimers on. But nevertheless, going back to the article, the U.S. Departments of Agriculture and Food Safety and Inspection Service, also known as the FSIS because acronyms are cool, everyone has to have them. Kind of like T2 for Topping Technologies. Just sounds cool. Also sponsored the show. They made an announcement in the press saying that the recall applies to 29-ounce plastic bag packages containing the, quote, Tyson fully cooked fun nuggets breaded shaped chicken patties, unquote. Which is the longest brand name I've ever heard of, or product name I've ever heard of. I can't imagine how many kids actually, or how many people actually use the whole name when they're writing out the grocery list. Like, oh yeah, just add the Tyson fully cooked fun nuggets breaded shaped chicken patties. Again, marketing matters, folks. They could literally just call it, yeah. Nevertheless, getting back to the article, it says it is specifically the material, or rather it was the batch that had a best if used by date of September 4th, 2024. Which is also astonishing how long some of these things can last if you throw them in the freezer. Now, they know that the contaminated products are produced on September 5th and shipped to the distributors in Alabama, California, Illinois, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, Tennessee, Virginia, and Wisconsin. Now, thankfully, no one has been detrimentally harmed at this specific incident, so it's not a deadly thing, thankfully. So there's always a silver lining, or the glass is always usually half full if you're able to squint hard enough in life. And again, I don't know how much time people have on their hands, but they actually have a phone number you can call. So they say that consumers with questions about the recall can contact Tyson Consumer Relations at 855-382-3101, which I guess perhaps if you have a lot of time on your hands, because usually with a product recall or a notice, there is some policy in which, again, I don't know what your time is worth, but you can go to the store and return it either for store credit or in exchange for a new unaffected product. Now, I can't imagine what the return rate is in terms of, like, you're getting time is money. Most people, I'm sure, just throw it away. But again, especially you have all of these products, one of the biggest group of buyers in the United States, although it's shrinking because of birth rates, is parents. And they take good parents take safety very serious. So if all of a sudden the kid's favorite snack happens to be this, and you have this recall, well, that's going to be a big signal for the parents to probably start to look at other alternative solutions, or in this case, alternative food items. So it'll be interesting to see how much this will affect their sales and how many parents will actually choose to move away from the brand specifically because of this actual use case, or in this case, unfortunately, because of the recall. But again, to not have the top safety and the top inspections for a child-related product, and to actually have, again, metal detectors, again, I know they're not cheap, but in terms of the cost of lost business and the detriment to your brand, I would argue getting a couple of metal detectors for food is a pretty good idea because, again, sometimes machinery breaks, sometimes things come off. I mean, there's always errors in life. The goal is to kind of try to catch and prevent as many as possible. So to not have that infrastructure in place already, or not to have it implemented to the point where they could catch this specific instance, and they're damaging the brand of one of their child-related food products, that's got to be the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of November, so if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a comment is a great way to give me feedback specifically and how I can help improve the show. Thanks to everyone clicking the subscribe button. The stuttering perhaps is getting a little bit better. Again, I'm no Mayo Clinic scientist, but every time you click the button for the subscribe, I think it makes the star go away just a little bit more. And in time, perhaps we'll see that theory come to fruition. But again, thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.